No, so what I was going to do for this video, well, I've done a little filming, but what I was going to do is not address the camera at all.
This is a video of me bow fishing for my very first time. I got a cheap bow fishing kit off of Amazon, and I found that I needed threaded inserts to use, and so I decided, because I really wanted to use my Bob Garner bow, to go ahead and just drill into the riser and make it work that way. Now, this was my first time setting up a bow for bow fishing, and so I kind of jerry-rigged this thing, and also the kit I got was kind of cheap. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't the best kit out there. With a little bit of ingenuity, we were able to get my bow set up, even though it didn't have the correct connections for a bow fishing setup. I think it'd be super cool to design a bow fishing setup that could strap on to a recurve or something like that, where you wouldn't, or clamp on, where you wouldn't have to drill into your riser like this. But with the time I had, this is what worked. One of the issues I ran into was having enough room for my thumb in there. It came with two spacers and I used both of them, but I was just barely able to fit my thumb in there. And I didn't know how to tie the string onto the arrow, so there was that.
Well, that didn't work.
Our bow fishing destination is Milford Lake, Kansas. My parents have run a camp out there for the last 20 years, and so we were going to go visit them while they were doing setup and do a little bit of bow fishing. Milford Lake is a beautiful lake and brings back a lot of memories for me because from the time I was 6 all the way through high school, I spent every summer out there. The main fish that Milford Lake has for bow fishing is carp, gar, and then also like flathead catfish as well. Creed told me just to tie the string onto the slider, so that's what I did.
Second of instincts. That was not aiming.
Where are you supposed to aim?
At the fish, Kaz.
Isn't it like...
I think technically you're supposed to aim low because it goes.
This is Eden, and she actually has room to talk because just a couple days before this, she killed this guy, which is the biggest gar I've ever seen in person.
They like those trees. Oh, right here, Cass. Gar.
Where?
Right there. Coming from the left to the right.
I don't even see... Oh, dang.
You get ready to shoot.
You ready, Eden?
Yeah. No, you're good.
Oh, just high.
Shot over it.
Straight out.
I don't have glasses.
It's gone now. You're good. Oh, right
I
there.
see it, I
Yeah,
see it.
get him. Oh, just over.
On top of your arrow. Don't move it yet.
Don't hit the string.
Go
Oh,
over?
just over.
Oh, get it. Come on. Oh, what?
So close.
It looks like you hit him.
No.
That was crazy.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
There, but it's all right there.
Oh, get it. That's a big one.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, you're subbing out.
You go under anything?
Yeah, I did.
What?
What?
Get him. Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Let's go.
I won't. I crossed the line. That's okay.
Nice shot.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
I caught you a delicious bass.
Oh, thank you. It's not a bass.
At this time, I was having struggles with my reel. I found that if I got my string wet, it actually helped it reel a lot better.
I didn't expect the what situation.
The
what?
Yeah, this is what you ate the other day.
Turns out if you cook gar correctly, they're actually really good. This is early June in Kansas, and so this is during the gar spawn, so they were all up in the shallows.
There's no chance I got him. Your way. I think I missed. Oh, there's another one coming right behind it. Right by my line right now. Going to the left. Oh yeah, right there, kid. Right beneath you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good shot. Let's go. Wait a minute.
There's a glitch in the.
I don't think I'm gonna get anything.
Where'd you last shoot at?
Probably hit.
I
You
don't
probably hit
know.
all those fish pads.
But did the insert come out, or did it just come unscrewed?
It looks like it just came unscrewed.
Okay. I've got some at base camp. I'll run up and grab. I hit this one.
Like every time I hit it, it just comes right out. It's the biggest gar I've ever seen.
On my way to find more bow fishing tips, I found my baby. Creed and Eden made their way over to this very sketchy log, basically setting up in a tree stand.
It wasn't too
Here, switch.
This kind of reminded me of whitetail hunting, except you got so many more opportunities.
Oh, did you get it?
Coolest shot in the world, or what?
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Nice. Because your string's going away, so I assume so. Alright. So you make it look easy.
Look at him. You see him all the way over there?
No? You can't see anything from here. Oh, there he is.
I think I might have to go swimming to get him.
Yeah, he's coming. Oh, keep running over here.
Keep going this way, bro.
Oh. Here, I bet I could get down there.
Grab the whole bow line?
Yeah, I got it. Oh, no, Creed.
Oh, he came off.
There's a fish on there?
Ready?
Hold on.
You got this.
Splash thing.
Oh, dang.
Well, at least it's not really murky over there, so you'll be fine.
Okay, there's something coming. I got myself with my left foot barely. Yikes. Ouch. Brutal. Whoops.
That's how you bow fish. Oh, gar coming in.
Left or right?
Left.
I don't see it yet.
Right in front of you.
At this point, I had missed quite a lot of times, and I was trying to figure out, because what I heard was you're supposed to aim low, but I felt like I was aiming low, but then I kept on missing high. And yeah, even shooting straight above them, I was still missing right over the top of them. And this carp was just taunting me. A couple of things that I learned is, one, after each shot, I need to make sure that the tip is screwed on all the way, because that fell off a couple times for me. Another one is to make sure to get the line wet early on. Otherwise, it really doesn't want to reel in and it's easy to get tangled. And then another thing I learned is aim lower than you think you need to aim, especially if it's deeper in the water. You got to aim lower.
Oh, you got him.
Right in the spot.
Nice shot. That was a nice shot.
Thank you.
The teeth on these guys are insane.
I'm on him whenever you're ready. You see him? Ah, 3, 2, 1. Oh,
I think I got him.
I think you got him.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, in the eye? In the beak? What?
I don't think it was a great shot.
You kill him?
Oh no, it was a good shot. Yeah, look at that shot. See that? See that shot?
Oh my god.
Like I was like 2 inches off.
Well, you got him.
Oh.
Here's 2 seconds of what took 20 minutes to untangle.
You see that? You get it? Is it 2 of them? Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, that looked big.
To clean the gar, we use tin snips and cut down the back and then basically took it like a back strap off of a deer.
Like skin.
Apparently gar is really good if you soak it in lime juice. I didn't get to try it because I had to head home for about 9 days. I played a soccer game.
Thanks.
And then we went back to camp for another opportunity for bow fishing.
All right, team on 3.
No.
ZLFC.
Crush them on 3.
No.
Let's go say it. Let's go say it.
ZLFC on 3. 1, 2, 3. ZLFC.
When we got back to camp, we found storms waiting us and threatening not to let us go bow fishing. Whenever a storm rolls in at camp, it's a rush to secure things because basically anything could blow away. This was during family camp, so there's lots of families around and the staff were playing with all the kids of the families. We had a worship time during the storm and I found out my baby can sing. The storm actually didn't last that long, and it actually turned into the most beautiful evening. The clouds were insane. My brother Kip began to wander up the hill with the guitar. The sunset was legendary. In that soccer game we had played when I was back home, I did a header, and it kind of hurt my head, but I didn't think much of it. And the next day I was really tired. And then the next day I was really tired and just feeling off. And I was like, what's going on? And then on the drive back to camp, I had the thought, maybe I hurt my head. And looking back, I definitely did get a concussion. And so coming to this night of the storm, I was looking forward to hopefully going bow fishing at night. But with having a concussion, it's not a good idea.
These ones right here, I think are my favorite.
I know. There's one that looks like a butt over there.
Ah, the butt's got.
I'm going to take off my shoes. I'm going to make my sock.
This is giving
This is giving proposal vibes. We live life together.
So sweet.
How you work for young life. But while our lives are young, I want to ask you a question. You would grow old.
If I would grow old with you? I'm waiting till the song's over.
My fingers are getting tired, but my heart will never. Would you pull my lever and say yes to this proposal?
What's the proposal?
Help me move out of my apartment. No help.
In marriage?
Just right now, I'm moving my stuff.
Creed, Kale, and Will went ahead and went fishing anyways, even though the wind was like 20 miles an hour.
It's so pretty. Yeah. I was using his bow, and his whisker biscuit was like chopped in half.
And this trip with the concussion got me thinking that maybe bow fishing is about more than just bows and fishing. Just like anything in life, bow fishing is about more than just what it is. It's about who we are and who we're becoming. Because I couldn't go bow fishing and couldn't do other fun things like skiing or whatever, because of that, I was able to be challenged in my identity as someone who's a competitor, athletic, or a sportsman. My identity cannot be in what I do. My identity is in Christ. And that changes everything.